Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And last time, I don't remember what happened.
We concluded the nightmare sandwich.
What an awful sandwich.
It seems like Edgeworth is about to confess to murdering his father accidentally.
That's right, because last time we recorded 3 episodes in one day, and that
was a little much.
Yeah. And our voices were awful the next day.
Yeah, also throughout ukulele, so, you know. But only 2 today.
And we didn't learn a lesson. We're still recording Phoenix Wright first. So
the switch was already plugged in.
Yes, I comprehend. We're too lazy to be efficient.
Yes.
So yeah, it's, oh hey, he didn't do it, and he was declared innocent. The confetti rained down from the ceiling, as it does in all courtrooms. And then he's like, now wait a minute, I object. And it's like, oh yeah?
Yeah, he's like, objection!
And we were just like, overruled. Get the fuck out. Yeah.
This is not the trial for that DL6 bullshit.
Yeah, this DL6 stuff can go fuck itself. I'm sick and goddamn tired of this fucking trial. Yeah. So, and I think we picked up right where he was about to confess.
Yes.
Right in the middle of his speech.
Yes.
Okay.
A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died?
No, in the other incident. The fuck are you talking about, Judge?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me!
God damn it, Edgeworth.
Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now.
Oh, god damn it.
Diners, drive-ins, and diners. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
There's much gabbling going on today.
Yes.
December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
He had it coming.
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished.
Look, if you want to be punished, I know a chick. She takes debit and credit. It's great. You get the most amazing.
Punish me, dog.
Yeah.
Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
That's not entirely true.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh.
I'm just stealing Edgeworth's lunch money for old time's sake.
I'm trying to remember my voice. Anyways, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it.
Yeah, but Edgeworth's a fucking liar.
That's true. You learned from Von Karma.
Yeah.
He confessed that he did it in court, Pilgrim.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
It was all a dream.
You read it in Word Up magazine.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record.
Your totem is actually your wedding ring.
Oh, shit. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
December 28th, 2:30 p.m. Courtroom number 3.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Could you fucking not?
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt.
He has committed his own guilt.
He has admitted his own guilt.
I like it.
That's a phrase. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Did Von Karma just kind of like diss himself?
Yeah, he did.
What a prick. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well.
And the judge shake his head, yeah, that motherfucker knew.
Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
This is gonna kill your voice, dude.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Objection, leading the witness.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit.
The bullet didn't ricochet all around town.
That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Yeah. Maya just over there, being cute.
Yes.
Being the game's waifu. That's her job.
That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
Objection! This building has no elevators.
We're on the ground floor.
That'd be such a fucking twist.
My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and yeeted it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events.
Ha! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, Edgeworth.
That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe my father's trials.
Yeah, which trial? What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence.
As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
Tell us about that. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator?
Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue.
What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet.
What do we have to present? So not a whole lot. Okay.
Because this is all stuff from the current thing.
Yeah.
And we've got these 3 things.
Yeah.
Got the bullet that went real into his heart.
Yeah. And this thing, where it also shows the bullet going into his heart, but also the bullet in the glass window, which means that gun was shot twice. He only heard 1 shot. So I gotta figure out where to present that. Okay. What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from its holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? If the answer is yes, my next question is, are you too fucking stupid to know how a gun works?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. I picked it up by its trigger and threw it. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. I had the vapors. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream.
And this is where I want to present the picture.
Yeah, might as well.
So, there was only one gunshot.
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. From down under.
I see.
I was having a good moment. We were all having a good day listening to this.
Yeah.
But the news you threw in, that down under joke, ruined the whole day.
Fucking rats, man. Like, they just showed up and just shot Gregory Edgeworth.
Oh yeah? That's what happened? Those fucking rats?
I'll see.
Okay.
Crocodile Dundee-ass motherfucker in this.
I kind of wish we had a camera so you guys could see how fast my head snapped to glare at it.
It does it a lot. It's pretty great.
Alright.
But like, you don't want the camera because, like, in the first place, it's all like kind of dark in here and like weird.
Right, it's kind of dark, and our living room is often a mess.
We'd have to
Not-
like turn the light on.
Right? Not gross, just we don't kind of like pick up the cat's toys and shit.
Yeah,
So-
he just throws shit everywhere.
Yeah. You get like random ass tennis balls that he loves to play with, just
Yeah.
random places.
Sometimes if he had a feather duster, he'll just rip that shit apart.
Yeah, plus I saw the photos of me from Halloween at work, and I fucking hate looking at myself.
No, those are great photos.
Nah.
Everybody came.
Except the one you took.
That's the best one.
That one was by far the best one. It was
Anyway.
great. So where were we? What
I
were we
see.
doing? No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't.
Ellipses.
Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the crime scene 15 years ago. And in it was a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony.
Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. What
Lazy-
do you mean?
lazy
a
cunt.
contradiction? Yeah, I know, that piece of shit. We had a date after that day, and he just died instead.
Right? How dare he? There are crazy women who would probably genuinely be like, you know, I was gonna go on a date with him and he died. So I showed up to the restaurant and it was so embarrassing. And I'd be like, whoa, hold on now, your priorities are fucked up.
I dragged his corpse in there, and he still wouldn't pay.
Right? Now you guys may be thinking that I'm making fun of someone in particular, and you're right, I am. My sister's that cunt. Anyways. Just as I thought, the judge is clueless, as always. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Let's see how... That's about as close as I can get it, so there we go. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear one gunshot?
This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. If it was there before, it has nothing to do with this incident.
Then they wouldn't be running out of oxygen.
Oh shit! Mr. Wright, Do you have proof that this bullet hole has caused the time of the incident?
I don't know if we have proof. That's a good question. Do I have anything in the court record? Aha! The parrot will testify for
The parrot was there.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart.
Can we read the report again?
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good... Not that one.
Yeah,
There it is. Air and elevator was oxygen depleted at time of
that's
incident.
gotta be it,
Okay, I'm thinking you're right. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Well, murder weapon was fired twice. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Comma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence.
The evidence?
The evidence. I'm getting confused. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident?
Your Honor, the answer is in this file.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
Just as much as I enjoy dragging my balls over your mom's face.
Very strange.
Yeah,
She's been dead for 30 years.
and she's still into weird shit.
No. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. It could be 1 or 2.
Or
right?
even 3?
Yeah. Which page shows the link between the bullet hole and the Deal 6 incident?
Let's take a look.
I mean, I think the fact that it specifically says that it was fired twice.
Yeah, I would think that this one, trapped in an elevator, mirror,
That's
but also,
gotta be it, right?
also here, memory loss due to oxygen deprivation, fired twice. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident.
Both of those work.
Arguably, any of these could work,
Yeah.
but I think maybe the second one is what we're looking for? Victim data? If not, we just get a hit wrong and we present it again.
So is it that Edgeworth threw the gun and it fired through the door, and then someone else picked up the gun and shot Gregory?
Maybe. Or, when the elevator was trapped, that somebody actually shot from the outside and hit Gregory. That doesn't line up with the evidence, but I like to think that Von Karma killed him.
Okay.
For no reason.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking victim data.
Okay.
If not, we've got plenty of fails left, so we can just try again.
Yeah, we could fail and just hit case summary next time.
Oh.
Look at the victim data in this file.
We've done surprisingly well at not fucking up so far in this game.
There's 2 of us, we're thinking it through a lot.
Yeah.
And we've played similar style games in the past.
When I tried to play Trials and Tribulations when I was younger, I lost immediately.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
That's
So,
fair.
Talking back and forth is helping quite a bit.
Yeah. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice.
That's Zwei to you. Zweiss. Miami's Vice.
Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice.
I don't think that elevators are airtight.
They are not.
Order!
At least in most elevators, they can be made airtight for like hermetically sealed facilities and stuff like that.
Maybe well, not the courthouse.
But not the courthouse, no, absolutely not.
But like, maybe if it has to do the really rapid rising, like in like the Empire State Building, maybe.
With the where you get the slight pressurization inside of it.
That shit goes fast. I've been in it. Trust
okay.
me. I don't know that it's fully sealed, but it makes sense, right?
Yeah. Or in the case like you get trapped in there and it like depressurizes, so that way it goes back to normal atmosphere and you get the oxygen.
And you
exchange
throw
from-
people out the airlock.
Yeah, no, not like that. Don't be throwing people out airlocks.
The
It's
best
rude.
episode of Firefly.
Which one?
The one where Jane betrays them at the hospital. That's the best one. And then he puts them in the airlock and is like, is gonna bail.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Is it-
my favorite one.
Is it the best one?
Okay, the movie's the best one, but of the actual show itself,
I think the one where they get stranded and it's Mel having all the flashbacks and the sort of like the Philip origin story.
It's a good one. I like that one.
That one's my personal favorite.
Yeah, I like that one. Out of Gas is what that one's called.
Yes.
I like that one too.
And I think yours is called Ariel because that was a planet that they landed
Yeah, I
on?
think so, something like that.
Yeah.
But I really like that one. I think it's really intense.
Anyway.
Especially the ending.
Yeah. Anyways.
Order! Mr. Rat, what are you driving at? Get out of your fucking car. We're in the court.
It's simple, Your Honor.
This fucking shitty grin.
At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
But Mr. Rat, who could that someone else be? The parrot.
The murderer, of course. That fucking parrot.
I knew I should have stepped in before your vile fantasies got out of hand.
That happened when I watched The Addams Family at a formative age, dude. You're a bit late. Like, no shit. I remember hanging out with a bunch of friends, and we were like playing Scrabble and drinking because we're nerds and that's what we do. And we happened to just pop in The Addams Family because we wanted a background noise. And I hadn't watched that movie in at least a decade, but I really liked it as a kid, and so did my mom. So we watched it a lot. And I remember watching it, and as an adult, having that context framed differently, and I went, wow, that's where so much of the shit I like comes from.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird. I was having flashbacks to weird formative age moments and me deciding that, hey, I like this. And it tracing itself back to the Addams Family.
Makes sense.
It was great.
I didn't watch Addams Family until I was like 16. So, like, it was a little late for me. But
No wonder why you're so not fucked up.
I know. I wish I was cooler.
Yeah.
Herr Wright. Look once more as a DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try as a case summary page.
The case summary. That's on page 1. Oh, I'm sure it's going to hand it to us, but I wanted to try and see. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Oh, it's going to be that last line, isn't it? That motherfucker.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Look, it's a crime scene. Everything's a clue.
There was a corpse there. And a gun.
And bullet holes. And there was a bullet still in the body. There's all the
and
clues.
some witnesses.
Yeah, at least one.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 5 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole as a door. Order. I will have order.
No, you won't.
I'm gonna kick the fucking crowd out here, because they don't need to be here in the first place. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. Therefore, I think it was a blank. So all we have is the second bullet fired. Oh shit.
You said second bullet fired.
I said fired.
Say fired.
Fired.
No, like a normal person.
Fired.
Okay, now try it again.
Fired.
No.
Look, I'm doing a voice for the fucking judge.
I understand.
He's from Texas.
I understand.
He's from Texas.
I understand. That's not how Texans say fired.
Fired. Look, man, it's Thomas Castillo.
I'm judging you.
I know how Thomas talks.
I'm judging you.
You trying to tell me that Kyle is not knowing how Texas do? I can't talk anyway today. You can tell.
I can tell. You're not even inebriated.
Maybe still a little bit from last night. I don't know.
All right, so all we got is a single bullet fired.
Fired.
I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Gah! How did this happen?
How could this happen to me?
I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. I've never been wrong before. I don't know how to handle this. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No? But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought that there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick!
Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
That's not how that works.
Well, I gotta go home. I'm feeling sick. I guess we'll come back tomorrow. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I do have an objection. I don't know what my objection would be. Maybe this parrot would know.
Yes.
Really, I kind of want to object and be like, yeah, if there's a hole in the elevator door that whole time, the oxygen deprivation wouldn't have happened. And we got the photograph. Then we got the bullet. Anything else in the photograph? Anything being odd?
No, doesn't look like it.
No.
There's no way to tell
Which side, like, the glass fell on. That's what I was looking at. I imagined it would be on his pants leg or something like that. They'd include it a little bit. But, yeah. Still bears clear ballistic markings. I don't know how I would object, but I feel like I should have an objection.
Maybe the dialogue will help us figure it out.
Hopefully. Your Honor, I object.
Tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect, except it's totally fucking not. Oh no. Grah! What a weird fucking thing to say in court. Anyways, it must exist.
Oh shit.
Oh,
The second bullet.
what? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it. Ellipsis. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, It existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. It isn't a confined space like an elevator.
Yeah.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
I guess the murderer had to find it. That's what all of our shit's going towards. If you said the murderer didn't need it, that makes no fucking sense.
Maybe.
Right?
I'm not really sure.
And
I mean, sometimes the way that this game phrases things is weird, right?
yeah.
Why would the murderer need to find one bullet, but not the one that's in his heart?
Well, the one that's in the heart, that's the one that he needed to be like, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
Don't pull that out, he'll come back to life.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Just sticks his finger in there and just probes around?
Yeah, trust me, I'm a real doctor. But needing the second bullet. It's a good question. I'm not sure. This one's very strangely worded.
Yeah. I don't know why he would have had to have found the second bullet. Especially if it's not the one that killed dude.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to think it's the second one.
Alright, if you're wrong, I can blame you.
Cool.
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. Me either.
What's
It's
wrong,
fucking
Mr.
weird.
Wright?
The judge jumping to all these conclusions, asking bullshit questions. Like, look, fuck you, judge.
The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
But the guard might have. Whoever's doing the search for it might have.
Maybe.
If they thought they were helping cover up Edgeworth, baby Edgeworth's crime. Gumshoe took it.
Oh, yeah. It was delicious, pal. Had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Okay, so the bullet did have to be taken. We're getting, shoehorned into a corner here. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably either way would have led us down this path.
Perhaps.
Okay. I see how you get away this time with your crazy theories.
Excellent sauce.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
It's a small enough caliber that it's not leaving Gregory's chest. So if the bullet hit the murderer took it with them.
Interesting. Anyway. Like he got shot in the arm or something.
Yeah. So it's not Yanni or Miles.
Or it hit Yanni in the head. Made him kind of dumb.
Yeah, it just got lodged in his brain.
Yeah. Oh, it hit the fucking parrot.
Yes, that parrot from 15 years ago.
Yeah. Or it's still in Edgeworth.
Could be.
Yeah, it ricocheted and hit him.
It hit him in the brain, which is why he changed from defense to prostituting.
Changed from defense to prostituting?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's a great line to save this episode on.
He's the lead prostituter. The DA.
This one got weird. Whole bunch of, I think the game is trying to force us into this one just to keep the case going a bit. So I think either answer probably would have worked out there. Mia just suddenly popping up in ghost form, little flashes. That's
To Phoenix specifically, not to Maya.
right, kind of creepy. But like he, damn. Okay,
Anyway.
but we should go ahead and do our shoutouts. In the next episode, we can figure out about which murderer got hit.
Yeah.
My money is on that fucking parrot.
Yeah, that's the parrot. The parrot was flying around with a gun in its beak
Yeah.
15 years ago. How long do parrots live?
Some of them can live very long.
Alexa, how long do parrots live?
A parrot typically lives for between 40 years and 80 years.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay. 40 to 80.
Yeah, it could totally live with a bullet.
Impressive.
Yeah, bullet for my Valentine and all that.
Yes.
Yes, we were talking about emo shit earlier today.
We were. Anyway,
Okay.
let's do shoutouts.
Okay, my shout out is going to go towards a band that I got introduced to a while back at my previous job. But only recently have I included them on my playlist enough to begin really appreciate them. And they're coming out with an album, a new album, in December, which is going to be great. The band is called Maid. So, band as in band, and Maid, M-A-I-D. So, like a house cleaner. The reason why is that it's a group of female rockers from Japan, and the couple of the founders started out working in a maid cafe, like you see in the
See,
anime
I
shows.
really want maid cafes to be a thing in America.
There kinda are. If you go to some anime conventions, they'll have some of them, but they're usually crappy, usually not great.
Yeah.
But there is one really good one down in LA. So if we ever go down to LA, we gotta make sure, go out of our way to visit that.
All right, Leslie, we're going to come down to LA. You're going to take us to the maid cafe.
Right.
It's going to be great.
Right. Your boyfriend's not invited, though.
He's too young.
We're going to be doing things there that he's not allowed to see.
Yeah.
Right.
His virgin eyes.
Right. He's more of a Spider-Man guy, not like an anime guy. So like, brr.
I don't think that those two things are mutually exclusive.
He'll kill the vibe.
Oh.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway,
Right.
back to Band Maid.
Having never met him and know nothing about him
Yeah.
other than that one Spider-Man cosplay costume that I saw him in that looked fucking amazing.
It's pretty good.
Right? I'm instantly judging him for no reason. Because that's what I do. I hate people. But yeah, Band Maid, it's great. It's a Japanese rock group, all female. They sing in Japanese because they're Japanese. Doesn't matter. It's still really good. And the album that I've been listening to that's on my playlist almost nonstop is their World Domination album. I highly recommend it. I'm going to be listening to the new album when they come out. They do occasionally swing by America, which is really cool. They're probably going to make a few American stops after their new album releases, so next year in 2020. It's going to be great.
We're going to go to the show?
Fuck no, I don't go to concerts.
Oh. Okay.
Live music? No, thank you.
Yeah. Again, if Spice Girls come around, he's going to go.
Yeah, that's an exception.
He can't get out of that one.
Or if Vienna Tang comes close enough, I'd go see her.
That too.
But that's it. Because I fucking love Vienna Tang.
Yeah. Anyway, so my shout out. I've been playing this game, came out the other day, and it's Luigi's Mansion 3.
It's November 2nd at the time of recording.
so it only came out a couple days ago. So I played Luigi's Mansion 1 quite a bit. It was one of the 4 games I got with my GameCube on Christmas back in 2001. Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and Wave Race Blue Storm.
When you said Luigi's Mansion Pikmin, I thought that was like the same game. Like they made a Pikmin version of Luigi's
That'd be pretty
Mansion.
sweet too.
Yeah, to where it isn't actually Ghost, it's little Pikmin just gathering up and haunting the shit out of you.
Sounds like terrifying, actually. I don't want that.
Yeah, I'd play it.
Anyway, so I liked that game quite a bit. I played that game all the way through, beat it. It's not that long, but then years later, they came out with a sequel on the 3DS called Dark Moon. I never even touched it.
Classic.
I've heard it's decent.
Oh, yeah?
People generally tend to prefer the first one, but the second one has a lot of quality of life improvements and things like that and interesting stuff, but it's a lot more linear structure. It sends you out on missions rather than having just you exploring the mansion at your own pace.
Gotcha.
Though
Okay.
the mansion still funnels you quite a bit, so it's really still a pretty linear game with the illusion of freedom. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the Matrix.
But the first Luigi's Mansion was more or less just a GameCube tech demo that got turned into long enough to be a full game. And it was pretty good tech demo for the GameCube, real talk. It looks great for being a launch title. Anyway, and then they remade the first Luigi's Mansion for 3DS last year, and nobody liked it because they made it co-op, and the co-op is terrible. But they just came out with Luigi's Mansion 3, and so far it's the best one. So that's good. It's got so much personality. The aesthetics of it is amazing. I vacuumed up Toad and used him as a projectile, which was great.
He's texted me at like 10 o'clock at night going, Luigi scares the shit out of me.
He doesn't scare the shit out of me. He just makes me uncomfortable. The way that he like slurps around with his legs, I don't like it. I don't like it. Luigi. He's made of goo. It's weird. Anyway, it's a good game. I'm liking it quite a bit so far. I'm not super duper far. Well, I think I might be farther than I think I am. Because I've got like half of the elevator buttons. But
nice.
Anyway, good game. I'm enjoying it. Go get it. Anyway, that's it.
Play it while listening to Maid.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.